There are a lot of Christian fundamentalists. There are a lot of Muslim extremists. Every religion, Mormonism, has something way on the side that's completely using the religion as some weird backbone for their twisted faith. It has nothing to do with their religion. My father is an anchor and my brother is as well. I am fascinated with religion or things that people believe in and question that. I think it's interesting. I was convinced in middle school that I invented tight rolling your pants because I would get hand-me-downs from my brothers, and of course they were bell-bottoms from the 70s. So I would fold and fold over the bells. I like to think I started the trend, but I didn't. I love to go to casinos with my wife. I play poker, and she's an old-fashioned slot queen. She even has a visor. If I'm not going to get a part, tell me why. I try to shave at night so my skin has a chance to settle by the early morning call time. A heroic nature is very Greek. If somebody wants to go to church because they like the ritual of it and want to sit in silence for a while one time a week, then that's great. If someone wants to go because they believe that God, them, and Jesus rose after 3 days, then that's great, too. For everybody that does something bad, there's gotta be someone that does something good. There's just a natural instinct to want to be great, I think. I'm an early morning owl. If I ever get looks on the street, which, for the record, is almost never, it's rarely because they think I'm someone they saw in a movie. More often someone sees me and thinks, hey, was that guy my waiter the other night? You're defined by your older brother's or sister's music. I think your teenage years define your musical roots forever. You're always looking for a theme for your high school years. I don't like being lied to. You don't ever see a thriller with a spiritual backbone. When I look at a character, whether he's good or bad, 1 scene or 10 scenes, I just have to find my way in. When you're playing the good guy, you want to find the dirty parts, and when you're playing the bad guy, you want to find the vulnerability. If you look back on the breakups that you've had, whether it's a long relationship or a one-night stand, it's always awkward. You know, when you see those guys and their sideburns are just a little too high. You don't need to have sideburns, but don't have to have them right above the ear. I knew a guy that did that in high school and I was like, what are you doing? Just let them down a little. For me, I always have to establish a reality for the character. In very actor-wide terms, you just have to understand his reality. I just don't watch a lot of TV. Nobody ever wants to really make someone feel bad. The great thing about doing theater is that you get to do it better the next night. There's such an immediate intimacy with film that you just don't get in theater. I'm an actor who wants to do great parts, and I've been very fortunate, for a long time, to get meaty roles, and sometimes some of them are meatier than others. Yeah, I'm a spiritual person. I grew up in the South and went to church a lot. In a normal movie, You'd never see one guy talk for an entire page, whether good or bad. I don't know if I have any feelings about psychics. I never really met any. It's very hard to maintain focus in the gym. The thing about abs is if you hit them daily, you feel more put together. With actors like Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, and Harrison Ford, what made them such icons is that even in dramatic movies, their characters had a sense of humor. I try to do as many different roles as the system will allow me. That's the benefit of not being in a giant blockbuster where you're the lead, and you get typecast in that kind of role. I am able to slip in or out of a lot of different parts. I love making movies, but there's nothing like being in front of an audience. Emasculation does seem to be a theme in the roles that I choose. I am an avid runner, mainly on weekends. Musical theater is one of my passions. I like it when my wife is in her jeans, with very little makeup. But I also appreciate the range, the different ways she can look. The moment she walks out all dressed up and, whoa, that's always good. The way you deal with a scare is the way you deal with a laugh. The timing has to be perfect. When you're dealing with fear or laughter, emotions that happen spontaneously, you hope it's working. But in the moment, you really have no idea.